What's going on, everybody? I'm your host Sean with Paper Planes, and we're located at the Cardinal Tower bonfire in the Forest of Fallen Giants. If you don't know how to access this shortcut, click on the annotation or view the video description below. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to acquire the white sign soapstone and explain how it's used. So first we're going to speak with mild-mannered Pate.
Hello there.
After communicating with Pate, we're going to take a little bit of a detour instead of walking straight forward into that trap. So we're going to turn the corner here and climb up the ladder. And from this point, I would suggest equipping a ranged item. We're going to be able to take a look at 3 enemies down below that you normally wouldn't be able to see otherwise. And you can get the jump on them by killing them from up here. So you've got 2 dead enemies right there that I've killed already. And then you'll have a third. His dead body's there, but he actually hides around the corner. So we're able to get the jump on them by that, and then we can jump down here safely and not worry about any immediate threat. But if you walk through the front, just like normal, these 3 will jump you and the gate will close behind you. Now the gate's going to close just about now, and that's normal, don't worry about it. It's part of the mechanic, but it's also the same reason why we haven't fought the 3 enemies around the corner up here yet as well. So when you get closer to that soul item there, these 3 enemies turn the corner, and I suggest backing out of the hallway. It's very cramped in there and you want to fight one at a time. So after you defeat your enemies, we can go ahead and proceed forward down through the hallway. Now when you get to this corner, you're going to use it as a line of sight area. And then you can see your 3 enemies ahead. You don't need to do combat with these guys. I would just run by them. You can of course fight them if you want, but it's not a requirement, and for the purposes of this video, I skipped right by them. So now what we can do is drop down below, and we start communicating with Pate again.
Well, I see you managed to escape. Oh. But you should take this.
So after we talk to Pate, he's going to give us the white sign soapstone. The white sign soapstone is an online play item. It leaves your summon sign. Be summoned as a phantom to another world in order to help the world's master for a certain time. You will be rewarded with a token of fidelity for successfully assisting the other player. The flow of time is distorted in these lands, and the white sign soapstone allows undead to assist one another. So here you can see me using my white sign soapstone to leave my summon sign on the ground, and all that does is it leaves your character name. You can see there my character's name is Enjoy. So now the waiting game. Once your character begins to get summoned, you'll see this prompt on the screen below, being summoned to another world as a phantom. Then you'll transition into their world with this loading screen. You appear as a phantom, and if you're not in a covenant, you'll just be this white phantom, and if you're in a different type of covenant, you might show up as a different color. So here's the player that we're going to help, and we've got him just outside of the boss room of the last giant. So once they enter that boss mist gate, we can join them for that battle. And this player's probably relatively new, but that's okay. You want to get in there and help out your player as best you can, especially if you know that they're not sure what to do here. Because if the host ends up dying, you won't receive your token of fidelity, nor will you receive any souls. You'll just be returned to your own home world. While you guys are watching this fight, I feel like it's important to note that some of you may have killed mild-mannered Pate, and if you've done this, then you'll go back to his area and you'll see a gravestone there. If you don't see a gravestone, then you just need to reset, which means travel to a bonfire, get killed, quit the game and reload it, do whatever you need to do to make that gravestone appear. Once it's appeared, you'll spend 2,000 souls to communicate with Pate's ghost. Continue to talk with Pate, and he'll eventually give you the white sign soapstone. So hope that clears some things up for you. And there's my token of fidelity for completing my mission. Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out my video and supporting my channel. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on all my social media accounts. And if you're feeling generous, click the donate button. Every little bit goes a long way in improving my ability to continually work on my channel.